Really good coverage that time.
Some of the offensive players, quarterback is Harry Gary. The split end is Jerry Guy III. The fullback is number 25, Mandrell Jones. We'll read the rest of the lineup for you here as they get ready to play. Again, Harry Gary is the quarterback, number 7. There's the give. Gain of about 3 on the play. The ball carrier was number 35, Clyde Wilson. Gain of about 2. We'll call it 3.
It was 50 defense that time. They blitzed right at him. They did a good job of clearing up the hole and didn't get 2 yards on it.
All right, so it's second down, about 8 yards to go for the Choctaws. Around the near side, up to about the 26-yard line. Quarterback keeper by Harry Gary.
Caught from behind that time by number 31, Cliff Rubin. Good job of running the sweep down from behind. Good speed on the defense.
So it's about 3rd down and 4 for the Choctaws. Again, Gary is at quarterback. Take the pass is Gary. He's got time, lots of time. Oh, almost nailed. He's floating around in the backfield. There's the pass. He gets it off. Oh, the ball was intended for number 23, Jerry Guy.
Defensive back Cliff Shane did a good job of batting it away. We had good pressure up front that time by number 31, Cliff Rubin. They also ran him back into the pocket by number 81, Corey McMahon. That goes 4th down.
So it'll be 4th down for the Choctaws. He had all kinds of time, I'll tell you, to pass that ball. There's the punt. And the ball is down at about the 27-yard line. So the Welsh Greyhounds will take over, 1st and 10. And we'll get a first look at the Greyhounds. At quarterback will be number 11, Shane Jackson. The split end is number 13, Brandon Fontenot. Number 20 is the running back, Gilbert Shane, let's say. Number 24, the running back, Jonathan Wilson. The fullback is number 31, Clifton Rubin. Tight end, number 45, Braylon Laquette. The center is number 52, Clay Griesendorf. Jackson is the quarterback.
Oh, caught him at the line.
They give that time is to number 20. A shame. He went nowhere.
That's it. Along with defensive end Clementine Logan, number 65. Good job of plugging up the play. They had a hole, but it quickly snuffed out.
And there's the hero, number 35. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Greyhounds of Welsh.
.53 defense now.
And the give was to number 31, Quentin Rubin.
Linebacker Jonathan McDowell that time took the first option on the triple option, full back up the middle. He read it, stepped up, and took him off the play. That time the triple option came out toward their sidelines, and there was no gain on it.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 8 yards to go for the Greyhounds. Jackson under center, calls out the signals. This time Shane keeps it and is nailed.
What a play by number 5. Corey McCrae came in from the secondary, riding back behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. What a play by the defensive back coming in on the option.
I don't know about you, Paul, but early in the game here, it looks like the Choctaws are heavy on defense.
Speed is the big difference there. They have the size up front. It looks like the speed in the secondary. They're all over that field right now, and it looks like it's going to be an interesting game. I hope not. Hopefully not a defensive back.
There's the kick by number 20, Gilbert Shane. And the ball will be down by the Greyhounds on the Choctaws' 48-yard line. Let's see where they're going to place it. Going to place it at the 49-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. Some great field position for the Choctaws.
Yeah, Jim, that's about as close as you can get to midfield.
It sure is. It sure is. First down and 10 for the Choctaws. Again, the quarterback is Harry Geary. To give that time. Up the middle.
Tackled by Gabriel Levi in the middle there. He does a good job of reading the backs as they come through.
Clyde Wilson, number 35, was the ball carrier. Gain of about 4 on the play. So the Choctaws are now into Greyhound territory. 2nd down and 6.
Okay, Welsh has jumped into a different defense now. They're going with 3 deep.
The give again is to number 35, Clyde Wilson. Wilson finds nowhere to go.
Clifton Rubin, the linebacker on that side that had that man-to-man, and when they gave him the ball in the backfield, he was all over him that time. Barely to the line of scrimmage.
So, gain of about a yard on the play.
They're changing multiple defenses here is making it a little bit different for the Choctaw to pick it up.
Third and 5. Gary on the keeper. Runs around the near side up to the 40-yard line. Looks like he made the first down.
Yes,
Let's see where they mark it.
Chris Peter was a student body right, and everybody was out in front of the quarterback that time. Chris Peterson did a good job of playing everybody off to the outside, but he gave up too much yards, and they took the first down.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Choctaws on the Welsh 40-yard line. Again, the quarterback is Harry Geary. Here's a look at the replay again. As you can see, number 83 tried to strip that ball away from him. Back to pass is Geary. Can't find any room. And it's nailed. Whoa. Behind the line of scrimmage.
Once again, Gabriel Levi, number 33, the man in the middle. Makes the play for Welsh. He gives him approximately, how many yards do you think that is, Jim?
Loss of about 4 yards on that play. So again, defense, the big thing here early in
pressure on
the first quarter. We have 6:31 remaining. No score in the ball game. There's the snap. Back to pass is Gary. He's beginning to rush.
Action. He's turned
out. Number 35. Brad Wilson. And Wilson carries it in for a Choctaw touchdown.
Well, this was an excellent job of the play action. They read the triple option. They gave it to all the fakes inside. Everybody came up and made the tackles, but the quarterback still had the ball.
Well, I tell you, as we were talking, it's been defense, but finally,
one big play.
Get it going here on the
one big play. Everybody read it as a run, and when it was a pass, it was too late.
A lot of hustle on the behalf of the one defensive man, but Gary got it off in time. And a beautiful run by number 35, Clyde Wilson.
Going for 2, Jim.
They're going to go for 2. The give was to number 5, Corey McCray.
Once again, Chris Peterson playing a good defensive end there. He came up and took on the power sweep for a loss and denied them the extra point.
So with 6:07 remaining in the first quarter, the score is the Choctaws 6 and Welsh nothing.
National studies show that students who participate in high school activities, like music, sports, and drama, not only have better grades and attendance, they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over.
All right, right, we're back at the Louisiana Superdome. 6:07 remaining in the first quarter. And the Coushatta Choctaws on top by 6.
And the crowd's trying to get into the game now, Jim. Looks like Welsh is ready for a comeback.
Folks from Coushatta got half the size of the crowd, but they're making more noise than the bunch from Welsh. Has a real big contention.
Number 20.
Ball is taken by number 20, Gilbert O'Shane. O'Shane still on his feet.
Good return.
Makes it up to about the 38-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10.
Good job of doing it on his own. He hit the hole and he moved to the outside there. There were a couple of defenders, or else he'd have been gone on that one, Jim.
So it'll be interesting to see here, Paul, if the Greyhounds can get it going offensively. They do a great job on defense. Again, the quarterback is Shane Johnson, number 11.
Wishbone.
Correction, Shane Jackson. Oh, he finds nowhere to go.
The man in the middle is Jonathan McDonald. They ran the second option. It's the handback to the tailback. And the linebacker met him right in the hole.
The ball carrier was number 24, Jonathan Wilson. So it'll be 2nd down. We'll call it 6 for the Greyhounds of Welsh.
53 defense again.
Back to pass is Jackson. Oh, almost picked off. The ball was intended for number 31, Clifton Rubin. But what a great defensive play with number 44.
Linebacker Jonathan McDonald, 6 foot, 200 pounds. Showed he had speed to the outside. He was all the way out in the flat that time, covering the big man.
So again, it'll be 3rd down and about 6 for Welsh. 5:19 remaining in the first quarter. Here in the AA championship. The give was to number 24, Albert O'Shane. But the play was blown dead before it could really get going.
Inside might be.
Let's see what the initial call is.
Illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure called against the Greyhounds. Something they didn't need.
No, not at all, Jim. It looks like one of the receivers might have been a little confused when they broke out of their wishbone. The consistency in one play, and they break out of it, and they gave him something a little bit different. It looks like there was a little confusion that time. But this is a big play for them. 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11. Jackson at quarterback, number 11. There's a look at Shane.
Unbalanced line, Jim.
Wilson in motion. Ball is given to number 20, Gilbert O'Shane, who carries it back to the initial line of scrimmage before the penalty. That's going to bring up 4th down at about 6, and the Greyhounds are going to have to kick it away.
Two-way performer, Clyde Wilson. He's also been a running back. He's been their big linebacker on that side. 5'11", 200 pounds, and he covered them all the way from sideline to sideline that time. Looks like they're trying to set up return, Jim.
Gilbert O'Shane does the kicking. And the ball is down by the Greyhounds. So the Coushatta Choctaws will take over 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line with 5:07 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, that time it looks like they gave a little bit of pressure in the middle, so they had a little bit of cushion there, but it looks on the outside they had some kind of return up, Jim. Just a short punt eliminated the guy from fielding the ball, so we didn't get a return there.
It looks like both teams are just kind of staying away from the punts, letting them down it and take the ball where they can.
Maybe a little jitters. The state championship's on the line.
That's right. The big dance, huh? Back to pass is Gary. Hits number 23, Jerry Guy. Guy carries it up to the 42-yard line.
All right, Clifton Rubin that time a really good job of putting pressure on the quarterback, but he did a good job of scrambling out to his left and found his receiver. They had a twins wideout formation that time, which spread the defense out, and they had a few zones in it.
So a big first down for the Choctaws. The give is to number 35, Clyde Wilson. Wilson can't find any running room. He may have gained a yard, if that.
Nose guard Gabriel Levi was lined up over the guard that time in an overshift formation, and when they ran the draw, he was right there on it, waiting for it. He's had a good game, number 33. They've changed to a two-deep secondary that time. It looks like they're trying to take the flats away. You know, they've been beating a short passing game. And have gone back a long yardage. Have gone back to a three-deep secondary.
There's the snap. Back to pass is Gary. Ooh. The ball was intended for number 12, Gabriel Smith. But the ball was thrown way over his head, and that'll bring up
that time, Shane Jackson was all over the play. He threw it to a guy in about the third row to stands that time, and it really was well covered. Welsh has adjusted outside with this double wide formation, or red gun as the pros call it, and it spread their defense out, but it looks like they adjusted well to it with their speed.
3rd down and 9, 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. The Choctaws on top by 6. Back to pass again is Gary. Can't find a receiver. There he goes. He shoots there. Oh, in and out of the hands of number 25, Mandrell Jones. And no one more disappointed on this football field right now than Mandrell Jones, because he had it. I mean, and he could have gone for a long way.
Right in his gut in the middle of the field, and nobody in a white shirt was around him. That's what I mean. They had him spread out real well.
Here's a look at it again. There's the pass. As you can see, no one around him. And he runs into number 44, Jonathan McDonald, but McDonald had absolutely nothing to do with him dropping the ball. There's the punt. And the ball will go out of bounds at about the 24-yard line, where the Welsh Greyhounds will take over 1st and 10.
Jim, with about 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, this looks like it's time for the white offense to take over here. I really believe Welsh has to do something now, because Choctaws are really doing a good job of keeping them out of their end of the field.
I know they've had just terrible field position most of the game here.
Right, they're out of their wishbone again.
So the quarterback is Shane Jackson.
He's got the ball.
He's got the ball. Goes up the middle. It's to the 40, we'll say the 38-yard line. Let's see where they down him.
First down, right up the middle. Good job of blocking.
Right up the middle. Pardon me?
Good job of blocking up front by Welsh that time. Looks like they caught him on a real quick play. They've been coming to the outside now and caught him quick right up the middle. Looks like they caught him sleeping in the middle defense that time.
So Jackson carries it up to the 38-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds. And now we're starting to see some movement offensively for the Greyhounds. Again, Jackson with the ball. Looks like he's going to keep it. Runs around the far side. Makes it up to about the 44-yard line, where he is nailed.
Good tackle by Corey McCray that time. Once again, speed. He was way back in the secondary. He came up, met the guy on the outside before he could pitch it, and took him down.
Gain of about 6 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4.
If you see on the replay, Jim, it looks like he covered about 60 yards to get out there on that play. Good tackle around the legs, took him down.
That's just good, hard, clean football.
It's the way to work.
So it'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Greyhounds.
Motion. They went with the counter to the fullback that time, Jim, and Andre Lee, the big tackle for the Choctaws, looks like he did a good job of reading it out. He just couldn't quite bring him down, and the linebacker came in and helped finish him off, Clyde Wilson.
Number 31, Clifton Rubin, was the ball carrier. And they are just inches short of a first down. It'll be third down.
By far the best effort on offense for
And a half inch, maybe. I say they go with a keeper. Whoa! So moving on the line, number 75, the guard, Will Hayes, looked like he was the first to move. And the Greyhounds didn't need that.
Oh, that is the time that makes coaches pull their hair out, Jim. When you have inches to go for the first down, you're at midfield. By far the best field position you've had all day.
Well, before it was third down and inches. Now it's third down, 5 inches. So there's a look at it. You can see he moved. A lot of finger pointing going on down there. Third down and 5. 1:46 and counting in the first quarter. Again, it's Jackson with the ball. He's going to keep it. It runs around the far side up to about the 47, 48 yard line. But from here, it doesn't look like he had enough for the first down.
So no, he looks short from here, about 2 yards. It looks like
about a yard short.
Yeah, Leroy Henderson, linebacker Jonathan McDonald did a fine job of stringing it out that time. I don't think it was a pass at all. Do you?
Not at all. I think, they wanted it to look like that, but I think they're relying on their strongest runner, Shane Jackson, just to move the ball.
Looks like we might be trying to block it this time.
Well, they're not going to go for it. They're electing to kick it off.
Looks like the Choctaws might be trying to block it.
Oh, no. A muff.
Boy, is that disaster.
Oh, that spells disaster for the Greyhounds. Number 20.
Number 84, Calvin Wesley, was the contained man on this side. When he dropped the ball, they gave him a shot at it.
Here's a look at it again. Ball goes right through his legs. He thinks, well, I think I'll run with it here. Then he says, oh, nope, better kick it away, better kick it away. Gets a little bit of room. But again, great
Collins. Collins did a good job of getting him to run.
But again, great field position for the Choctaws. And that has been the story so far here in this AA final. They give to number 35, Clyde Wilson. Wilson carries it up just over the 50-yard line.
And once again, Gabriel Levi in the middle for the Greyhounds. A great job of stopping that first option there.
They're going to mark the ball on the 49-yard line, just inside Greyhound territory. It'll be second down and about 6. 27 seconds remaining and counting here in the first quarter. Again, the quarterback is Gary. There's a loose ball picked up by number 45, Brian Lequette, but the play is blown dead.
What happened that time is they did to second. It looked like it was a handback sweep off the triple option.
Here's a look at it again.
And backside in. Right there, 31, backside in. Clifton Rubin played his lane just like you're supposed to. Caused the fumble, and number 45, the linebacker, Leckett, picked it up.
So, the Greyhounds with the ball. Now there's a pass intended for number 13, Brandon Fontenot.
Tracy Ashley was all over him in a deep flag right that time. That had to be a perfect pass that time to get it off.
That was excellent.
Very good coverage.
Excellent coverage.
Number 10. Harry Gary, number 7, the free safety, had a good beat on him deep. So that was a well-covered play. They tried to go deep on him.
5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. The officials
are having a little party at midfield there.
Having their Christmas party down there in the middle of the field. So they tell the Greyhounds to go back into their huddle.
He's all looking at the scoreboard, Jim. Some question of the time.
They're talking to the timer now, so there may be problems with the time. They're going over to talk to both coaches.
Well, we could take this quick second to give a synopsis of the game so far. Just looks like field position. Only thing I can say. One big play. I mean, no sustained drive. One big play has made the difference in the scoring here.
That's been it all the way, Paul. The head coach for Choctaw, we just had a look at, is Reginald Prelo. Had the pleasure of talking to him just before the game. Very nice gentleman. And there you have a look at Dutton Wall in his 19th year with the Greyhounds, and is yet to have a state title. He's looking for one tonight. Are you ready for this? The refs were changing hats, so they had to hold up the game.
That was it. They had the white hat on the right guy now.
Oh, I tell you. Zebra's always doing something to cause a problem. This time it's changing hats.
Jim, it took him a quarter to realize it.
And there stands the guy that's supposed to wear the white hat. A little bit of pie on his face.
Does that mean he's going to get the wrong paycheck?
No, I'm sure he'll check that out.
Okay, back to the action. Last play of the first quarter.
So we got 5 seconds remaining to the end of the first quarter. Here in the AA state title championship game. The Louisiana Superdome. Shane Jackson, the quarterback. They give us to number 20, Gilbert O'Shane.
Jonathan.
And that's the end of the first quarter. And the score is Coushatta 6, Welsh nothing. We'll be back right after.
When you get thirsty, there's one thing everybody's got to have. 'Cause deep down, we all want the same thing. The cool, crisp taste, the fluids, minerals, and energy of Gatorade.
All right, we're back here at the Louisiana Superdome for the second quarter. Again, the Coushatta Choctaws on top by 6. The reason they have 6 is they went for 2 instead of kicking the extra point, and were unable to make the 2 points, and so they have 6.
Yeah, good play by Chris Peterson on the end there and stopped that 2-point conversion.
And like Paul said earlier, this has been a game of field position only.
I believe it's the first time they've gotten past the 50. Welsh offense.
Third down and about 7 yards to go for the Greyhounds. Shane Jackson at the quarterback. Jackson back to pass. Plenty of time. He fires, trying to hit number 20. Oh! Gilbert O'Shane, it was in his arms. And if he'd have had that, he'd have been a gone pecan.
For the Choctaws that time, Jonathan McDonald read the play well and rotated deep, but he jumped a little bit early.
So it brings a 4th down situation for the Greyhounds. They're going to have to kick it away.
That was a fingernail away from an interception that time, Jim.
Number 23, Jerry Guy, will be deep for the Choctaws.
Let's watch the snap. Oh, no!
Oh, no! Way over his head. He got the kickoff, though. You got to give him credit. And they're going to let it roll.
Not a bad job.
The luck, so far, the luck has been with the Greyhounds.
I'd have to agree there.
That could have been a disastrous play.
Number 44, Jonathan McDonald, put the pressure on the punter, but he still sidestepped and got it off. And then number 10, Tracy Ashley, for the Choctaw, was down deep and did not field it. The bounce cost him about another 14, 15 yards on the bounce that time.
That could have been disastrous because if some of the Choctaws had been up there on that ball, they could have grabbed it and gone all the way in for a touchdown. So O'Shane uses his head and gets the ball away. So the Choctaws will take over 1st and 10 on their own 23-yard line. Harry Gary is the quarterback.
That time, Jim, they used the second option.
Clyde Wilson, the ball carrier.
Gilbert O'Shane once again covered a lot of ground, made the tackle, but it wasn't after a long run. He saved a touchdown on that one.
Gain of about 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4. This time Gary will keep it. Tries to find a hole on the near side. A flag is thrown. A gain of about a yard, if any, on the play, but let's see what the penalty is going to be.
Number 32, Jason Benoit. Number 24, Johnson Wilson did a good job of following down the line and met the ball at the point of attack.
Holding called against the Choctaws. Here's a look at it again. The hold happened just as Gary went down. There it is. So
Brian Leggett, number 45, called with the holding.
2nd down and about 16 for the Choctaws, and they did not need that.
Very costly at this time in the game. They're backed up for the first time.
2nd and 16. Let's see how they pull themselves out of this hole. Back to pass is Gary. Finds receiver number 5, Corey McCray, but the ball was thrown way past McCray. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 16.
That time with the 3 receivers wide to the right side of the field, they rotated their secondary toward that way because they had the 3 receivers over there, which allowed the backside end, Paul Guidry, to get a good pass rush on. I think he rushed his pass that time, or else it would have been a big play for him.
So let's see what the Choctaws can do here. 3rd down and 16. Again, Gary is back to pass. This time he shoots for number 23, Jerry Guy.
Shane Jackson, a free safety on that play, came over and caught him right as the ball touched his fingertips to break up the play.
So the Choctaws are going to have to kick it away. Here's a look at it again.
Same formation as the play before. This time they all came to the inside.
As you can see, just barely gets his hands on it, but not enough to hold on to it. And there's the punt. And the ball is being taken by number 20, Gilbert O'Shane. Shane to the 50. And just inside Choctaw territory to about the 47-yard line.
If Corey McCray that time doesn't make the tackle, they had nothing but green in front of them. They had the lane set up that time. They went for the deep return. The short punt allowed them to bring the ball back quick.
So again, for the 2nd time in the first half, the Greyhounds have great field position.
Looks like the second quarter is going to improve their field position.
It sure is. 1st down and 10 for the Welsh Greyhounds. Again, the quarterback is Shane Jackson, number 11.
Full house backfield.
The give is to O'Shane. O'Shane carries the ball up to about the 44, maybe 43-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 44.
That time, number 72, Lee, the defensive guard, did a good job of playing it out. Made the tackle, but he just got carried a few yards. He did a real good job of reading it and saw what was coming at him.
Gain of about 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Greyhounds. 9:44 remaining in the first half. There's the snap. Time to give is to number 24, Jonathan Wilson. Wilson still on his feet, carries the ball all the way up to the 32-yard line.
With 33, Collins almost had him in the backfield that time. but he stepped back. He bent the play back away from where the hole was, brought it into the backside of the formation and found a little bit of running room. The hole toward the onside was full, and he bent it back toward the weak side.
So the Greyhounds in about the best field position they've been in all night. First down.
Full house backfield.
This time the give is to number 24, Jonathan Wilson. Wilson carries the ball up to about the 26-yard line.
Right up the middle. They had the players at the hole, Jim, but they did not wrap them up. They have to wrap up a player that's going to roll like that. He's a good runner. He keeps his head down, but when he rolls off of him like that, they have to wrap him up with both hands to keep him from missing tackles.
A timeout has been called with 9 minutes remaining in the first half of play here in the AA State Championship. With a score, Coushatta 6 and the Welsh Greyhounds nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Just a reminder that kids who participate in high school sports tend to go a little farther than those who don't.
All right, and welcome back to the Louisiana Superdome. There's Dutton Wall talking to his Greyhounds here during a timeout. The timeout was called by the Coushatta Choctaws, so they will have 2 timeouts remaining, and the Welsh Greyhounds will have all 3 of theirs.
Jim, it appears both teams are a little bit tired at this point in the game. Several players that have been going both ways seem to be running a little bit out of gas, and I think the timeout was well taken on both sides.
So it'll be second down and about 3 yards to go for the Greyhounds as they finally get something going offensively. The give this time is to number 31, Clifton Rubin. Rubin carries the ball up to about the 20-yard line. It's going to be first down. You know, I don't know about you, Paul, but I think the Greyhounds have found a weakness in the middle of the Choctaw line. What do you think?
It looks like what they've done is they've flanked them out a little bit more. They've put a wing back to the right, split that end out, and it spread them out some, and they found a little bit of room off the tackles off that. They're doing a good job of beating them up the middle right now.
So it's the Greyhounds ball, first down and 10 on the Choctaws' 20-yard line. Give up the center again.
Quick hit and play that time. Once again, Jonathan McDonald, number 44, the linebacker in the middle, has done an excellent job of reading, and whenever they come at his side, he's right on top of the play. It looks like he knows it.
Number 24, Jonathan Wilson, was the ball carrier for the Greyhounds. Gain of about 2 on the play. Will be second and 8. 8:12 remaining in the first half of play.
Full house backfield.
Again, Shane Jackson is the quarterback, number 11. To give that time is to number 20, Gilbert O'Shane. Shane makes his way up to about the 16-yard line.
Corey McCray, number 5, the safety comes through, makes a good job. He along with number 44.
Third down and 7.
Mr. McDonald.
For the Greyhounds.
2 tight ends.
Ball on the 15-yard line of Coushatta. Oh, the fumble on the field. Whoa, that could have been a costly fumble for Welsh.
Jim, that time Welsh put a power formation right and went unbalanced line right, which had a little bit of confusion in the Coushatta defense. They didn't have enough players over there. If it hadn't been for a bad handoff, that would have been a very successful play.
Here's a look at it again.
Never got it.
Number 24, Jonathan Wilson, couldn't get a handle on the ball. So it'll be fourth down and about 8 now. There's a look at it. Fourth down and 8 for the Greyhounds, and they're going to go for it. Back to pass is Jackson. Jackson finds number 12. Cody Mitchell. And it is a big touchdown.
Ryan Nash all over the quarterback when he threw that ball. He let it go, and it's a successful play in the secondary. That was the first time I saw the quarterback really get a lot of pressure on him. But once again,
Cody Mitchell, the big hero, number 12 for the Greyhounds.
okay, they did the old side shift on the extra point. They're going for one.
And they get ready for the extra point.
For the lead.
It's up. And it's good. Number 74, Jared Lejeune, doing the honors. And so we have ourselves a 7-6 ball game here with 6:35 remaining. We'll be back right after this.
When you get thirsty, there's one thing everybody's got to have. 'Cause deep down, we all want the same thing. The cool, crisp taste, the fluids, minerals, and energy of Gatorade.
Well, the Welsh Greyhounds back in this game. Here's a look at the touchdown. There's the pass by Jackson. And Cody Mitchell powers his way in for a touchdown. So the Welsh Greyhounds on top 7-6 over the Coushatta Choctaws. And the Greyhounds get ready to kick it off here.
The Welsh crowd trying to keep their team going, but it looks like Choctaws trying to take it out, get the momentum back on their side.
Number 31, Clifton Rubin, will do the kicking for the Greyhounds. There's the kick. And it's taken by number 5, Corey McCray. Fakes the handoff. He's still on his feet, but dropped at about the 27-yard line.
Number 32, Jason Benoit, a shoestring tackle that time. He did a good job of coming in from the outside. He was the second man in from the outside, and he closed it in and forced him into the middle of the field and got a shoestring tackle that time.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Choctaws on their own 27-yard line. 6:28 remaining in the first half. Jim Clark along with Paul Lanou from the Louisiana Superdome.
Single wing.
To give that time is to number 35, Clyde Wilson. Wilson carries it up to about the 35-yard line.
And number 20, Gilbert Asheen, the running back that's been doing all good, that time did a good job of helping save a touchdown because he was the only one back there to make the tackle as you look on the replay.
Here's a look at it again.
By himself.
Number 20.
He's been playing a good game tonight on both sides of the ball.
2nd down and about 2.5 yards for the Choctaws. To give that time is to number 35, Clyde Wilson again. He's close to a 1st down. Let's see where they're going to mark it.
Boy, that time the Greyhounds up front just got pushed back on the short yardage play. It's real close. They're going to bring it in and measure it that time. It just came off the ball. Size-wise, that time it was for Coushatta Choctaws. They did a good job of moving the line of scrimmage back.
Jonathan Wilson. Let's see. Oh. It's going to be
about a little finger.
As big as my pinky finger away from a 1st down. You can see there on the screen just how close they are to a 1st down. Excedrin headache number, what do you think that was?
that was about 5:38. The big line for the Choctaws looks like it might have the advantage in this short yardage play.
There's the give. They got the 1st down. Give to number 35
well,
again.
let's see where they spot it.
Wilson.
I see a lot of coaches looking.
They got the first down, I can tell. They're going to measure it again. So should we put a little wager here, Paul, on how close it is? I say it's a first down. What do you say?
It's a first down. It might be by 2 of those pinkies they didn't make it by the previous play.
It's just
about half a ball. You got that one.
Eyes don't fail me now. Like to thank the Vision Plaza for that one.
First down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Choctaws on their own 37-yard line.
Welsh defense is still playing that 6-man line.
About 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Back to pass is Gary. No one within miles of that. The intended receiver was supposed to be Jerry Guy, but it was so far away from Guy, it could have been on the other side of the field.
Well, Gibbon Ashane for the Greyhounds was the closest man to that ball, and I think he still was about 20 yards from where it landed. So he does have a strong arm. We do know that.
He sure does.
That's about 60 yards downfield where it hit. 60, 65-yard pass.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
3 receivers split left, Jim.
There's the snap again. Back to pass is Gary. Intercepted. Oh!
He dropped it, Jim.
Intercepted, but as he went out of bounds, he dropped the ball.
That time, a little bit team effort on the Greyhounds. Gabriel Levi forcing the quarterback to roll.
So they're going to give him the ball. Gilbert Ashane again.
Once again, covering all the secondary back there. Speed showing. A two-way performer for the Greyhounds comes up with a big interception. Because Choctaw had a drive
going to give it to him as quickly as he dropped the ball after he went out of bounds, but they did.
Well, it's 1 foot in high school like college.
1st and 10 for the Greyhounds.
Wishbone.
Jackson on the keeper, up to about the 46-yard line of the Choctaws.
Into their own territory. This was the first time from scrimmage that Coushatta has not been playing their wishbone defense up front. And you see what happened that time. He got outside on the 3rd option, the quarterback running the ball, and he got some yardage. I think you'll see him change back to their wishbone defense instead of the regular.
So another
three linebackers in the middle and 5-man line. Former for
offensively here in the first half of play. Number 31, Clifton Rubin, was the ball carrier.
For Landrick Sheevers. Name we haven't said yet tonight. Did a good job that time of reading the far back. What they've done is they've put a wishbone defense in. It almost looks like a wishbone on defense with the 3 linebackers in the middle, and each of them read a back, and that's how they play it in. Okay, they've come out of the wishbone now, Jim.
Ball on the 43-yard line of the Choctaws. 2nd down. There's an option play, flip out. The ball comes loose.
Fumble.
Fumble, and the Choctaws.
Number 5, Corey McCray. Number 5, Corey McCray gets the fumble recovery for Coushatta on that play. Here's a replay.
Here's a look at it.
Quarterback options on the tackle.
And Ashane just couldn't keep his hands on it. And that's good news for the Coushatta Choctaws. So the Choctaws will take over 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line.
Well, you don't like those 2-play drives. You don't get a chance to get adjusted at all. Full house backfield now by Coushatta.
This time the give is to number 35, Wilson. Wilson around the near side up to about the 47-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark it.
Tackle by Clifton Rubin. He was out front. They brought all 3 backs and the guard that way on a sweep toward the left, toward us. And Mr. Rubin did a good job of staying out there in front of it. If you look on the replay here, the outside man has a job of turning it in. Right there, plays it off. Good solid football. You play it outside in. Don't give him that sideline to make the big long runs.
So a gain of about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Ball on the 47-yard line of the Choctaws. They're in control. Just under 3 minutes remaining in the first half. To give that time is to number 35, Wilson.
In that time, Jonathan Wilson came through from the strong safety block set, read the back, knifed through the inside where the lineman had blocked already and made a play in the end zone. It was a good job that time to break up the play.
Here's a look at it again.
Both linemen had pulled. He came right off their blocks. Good tackle.
Gain of about 1 yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Here's another overhead view. Number 7, Harry Gary. Back to pass. Gary's got lots of time. Finds a receiver. Number 23, Jerry Guy. His favorite receiver was open, and he brings it down at about the 44-yard line of the Greyhounds.
Caleb Guillory on the defense that time, leading linebacker. He fell back into the hook.
Plenty of time.
Have a seam between the two of them.
Jerry Guy III seems to be the favorite receiver of Harry Gary.
They're working on Corey McCray on the sideline for the Choctaws. He limped off the field in the last play, and that could cost them. He's made a lot of big plays for him. You have the trainer.
So we have a timeout with 1:50 remaining in the first half of play here in the AA state championship game in the Superdome. It's the Welsh Greyhounds 7 and the Coushatta Choctaws 6.
I know help could never have reached us in time without airmen.
They were so kind and caring. It was a blessing to have such expert medics taking care of my daughter.
Those medics moving on to the field in a matter of seconds when Chip was hurt was the most wonderful sight I'd ever seen.
They treat my mother like she was their own. Every time they come, it brightens her life.
Whenever Acadian Ambulance is needed, we're there. Acadian Ambulance and AirMed Services, putting the care of your loved ones first for 20 years.
All right, Jim Clark along with Paul Lanou here at the Louisiana Superdome. The Welsh Greyhounds finally coming alive offensively, and they're on top by 1 over the Choctaws of Coushatta.
Coushatta Choctaw.
Here's a look at the last play.
Plenty of time, Jim.
Great protection, and finally connects with Jerry Guy.
Quarterback sweep.
Oh! Flags all over the field. Number 7, Harry Gary on the keeper to the
number
near side.
31, Clifton Rubin, broke through on the sweep in the backfield, but he caught him by the face mask.
That's
and
right.
Every official in the stadium and all the fans saw that one.
That's right. So it'll be face mask against the Greyhounds, against number 12.
That's too bad. He really made a good play on the sweep.
Cody
getting
Mitchell.
In there, but he just caught the face mask.
You know, sometimes that can't be helped. You don't want to do that, but you go to grab for the guy and...
Well, he was taking a dive. He had broke through the blockers, and he was taking a dive at him, trying to make the big play before he got to the sideline. And what was there was the face mask to grab.
So they're going to mark off 15, and it's going to be first down for the Choctaws. And they've gotten some lucky breaks here ever since recovering that fumble.
They're at their own 30-yard line now, Jim, and it looks like they got in a good drive, but how's the clock going to treat them?
Choctaws have 1 timeout left. They're going to have to use it conservatively. Back to pass again is Gary. Again, plenty of time. His intended receiver was number 25, Mandrell Jones, who was way out of the reach of Mandrell Jones.
I think right at the end of the play, he had plenty time. And right at the end, it seemed like Gabriel Levi broke through from all the blockings and the confusion in the middle of the line and got a late rush on him and forced him to throw the ball a little awkward that time because the receiver had the pass route.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Welsh 30-yard line. 1:20 remaining.
Okay, 2 split ends.
Choctaw fans on their feet. Again, back to pass is Gary. Finds another receiver aiming for number 44, Jonathan McDonald, but McDonald couldn't grab on.
Number 24, Jonathan Wilson, playing in the seam, came across when he read the play. Did a good job of making a move on the receiver. Might have broken it up. Good defense that time. They still need to put a little bit more pass rush up front, Jim. All the fakes are holding them way too many.
Penalty on the play. Let's see what the indication is.
Illegal motion.
Call against the Choctaws, declined. So it'll be 3rd down and 10. $1:15 remaining in the first half.
Okay, Welsh Greyhounds made a few substitutions. They're back in their 7-man line.
Let's see what quarterback Harry Gary can do. He's gonna try to pass. And again, his intended receiver was number 23, Jerry Guy, into the end zone, but it was way over his head.
That time, linebacker Paul Kidry did a good job of coming through. Once again, when the Greyhounds need one guy to come through and rush a passer, it seems like there's a lot of commotion. One guy seems to break through and put some motion on the quarterback and allow him to throw it. We do have a flag on the play.
Yeah, I was going to say, to add insult to injury, there's a flag on the play. The initial call is holding against the Choctaws. Let's wait till we get the final word from the referee. That's it, holding against the Choctaws. So they'll mark off 10 yards. There he is holding the shirt. You can see it there in the replay. Something the Choctaws didn't need. 1:09 remaining. 3rd down and 20 yards to go for the Choctaws.
3 deep secondary for Welsh now.
I guess you could definitely call a pass on this play. And he finally hits number 44, Jonathan McDonald. And McDonald carries it down to the 16-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark it. They're going to mark it at the 17.
Shane and Wilson on the tackle that time.
But again, illegal motion called against the Choctaws. So that will nullify that beautiful play, which would have been a 1st down for the Choctaws.
Jim, he did a fine job of finding the underneath receiver. He keeps going deep, and that time he came off to the underneath receiver. And I think he caught him by surprise. If it hadn't been for the penalty, they would have picked the 1st down up.
So now, instead of it being 1st down and 10 on the 17-yard line, it is 3rd down and 25 on the 45-yard line. Oh, boy, I bet that Excedrin headache number what now for this guy, his coach?
I think he's in to 500s now.
Jeez. I'd hate to be in that locker room at halftime.
Time is an effort here. We're talking 40 seconds to go in the game.
So I think we'll definitely see a pass in this play. We know that Gary can throw it that far. You just got to get a receiver down there. He lets it go. And it is caught again by number 44, Jonathan McDonald. A big 1st down play.
Brent James and Brandon Eckler. I'll have to check on that name at halftime. Did a good job of pressuring him. He got him out of the pocket, but he rolled toward the sideline. Had enough time to get off a big play there. Timeout.
So the Choctaws redeem themselves, and they have it 1st down and 10 on the Welsh 13-yard line. And we're going to take this timeout with 25 seconds remaining. It's Welsh 7, Coushatta 6.
New Orleans tradition, good food and fun.
We're going to the races, everybody come on.
To the New Orleans to pay.
Sometimes a good time with your family and friends. The party never ends.
Hey, y'all gotta come here.
New Orleans Fairgrounds.
And all that jazz.
All right, we're back with 25 seconds remaining in the first half here at the Louisiana Superdome in the AA State Championship game. And a beautiful pass play to number 44, Jonathan McDonald, to save the day for the Choctaws.
Yeah, Jim, during that timeout, Welsh tried to regroup themselves on the sideline. They have 25 seconds on the clock to protect their 1-point lead in the first half.
And the big factor, no timeouts remaining
for Coushatta.
So hopefully the Choctaws will be able to mind the time a little bit better than the New Orleans Saints have been known to do. Let's see how they do. Ready to start action here.
Red gun formation.
Harry Carey back to pass. Has lots of time.
Wide open if he runs it, Jim.
He's going to take it all the way. Let's see if he goes in.
Touchdown! Whoa! What a run. That was a first-class run that time. When he stepped back and everybody was covered, he had nothing else to do but run the ball. And when he stepped up and decided he was going to run, it looked like it was 7 points.
And one man in his way. One man in his way. He says, out of my way, buddy, and smash. Here's a look at it again.
Back to pump. Everybody covered.
He can't find anyone open. Has plenty of time.
Right now, he's looking. No, he's going to run it.
Says, hey, I'm gone. I'm a gone pecan.
Puts a move on the end. Puts his head down and gets in the end zone.
Boom.
Big play on number 12.
As you can hear the crowd going wild looking at the replay.
Cody Mitchell tried to stop him at the goal line. They're going for 2.
They're going for 2 again. There's the pass. Oh, the number 23, Jerry Guy. So, with 15 seconds remaining in the first half of play, the Coushatta Choctaws go on top by 7 after a beautiful offensive drive. And we're going to take this timeout. With 15 seconds, it's Coushatta. All right, here again is a look at the touchdown. Again, Gary back to pass.
Straight drop back pass. Man-to-man defense on the Welsh Greyhounds on the goal line.
This is my favorite play right here. I mean, he just, boom! Oh.
They showed it again in the dome on the speakers, and the Coushatta sideline still loving it. I don't know that Cody Mitchell's mother enjoys it seeing it again, but
there's a look at some of the Choctaw fans. You're from Louisiana. Where is Coushatta?
Coushatta is up, it's right outside of Monroe.
Okay. The ball is taken by number 20, Shane. Shane is run out of bounds at his own 43-yard line. So the Greyhounds will have it 1st and 10 with 8 seconds remaining. And I think we're going to see a couple of real quick pass plays here.
Yeah, Jim, with 8 seconds to go, this is when everybody that's a Saint fan says, oh no, the dreaded prevent defense. Big Ben and words like that come to mind now.
Gilbert of Shane.
Good job of getting outside, and he stopped the clock.
There's a timeout being called on the field
for the Welsh Greyhounds.
So with 8 seconds remaining, it's the Coushatta Choctaws 14 and the Welsh Greyhounds 7.
When you get thirsty, there's one thing everybody's got to have.
down, we all want the same thing. The cool, crisp taste, the fluids, minerals, and energy of Gatorade.
Back here at the Louisiana Superdome, 8 seconds to play. And you were saying, Paul?
I think what happened that time is the coaches for Welsh used the timeout. They came to the line of scrimmage, saw the defense that they were looking at, used the timeout to change the play. I think it's only 8 seconds to go in the game. It's probably not 2 plays, but they're going to try to see what they can do.
Here's Coach Dutton Wall. First down and 10 for the Greyhounds. 8 seconds remaining.
Coushatta's not believing it. They got all their safeties back, about 25 yards deep.
Oh, Jackson is nailed behind the line of scrimmage.
Jim, that was number 33, Horsey Collins, the nose guard, and he was assisted on the outside by number 80, Ed Taylor.
Well, I tell you, it started out as a game of defense, turned into an offensive struggle here, and we are at halftime with a score, the Coushatta Choctaws 14 and the Welsh Greyhounds 7. And we'll be back after halftime with more state championship action.
The New Orleans, Louisiana Saints, the Johnston's Ring Company, the Louisiana High School Athletic Association's High 10 Drug Education Program, the management and staff of the Louisiana Superdome, the First National Bank of Commerce of New Orleans, Louisiana Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Pizza Hut, and Lanier Worldwide.
There's one thing everybody's got to have. 'Cause deep down, we all want the same thing. The cool, crisp taste, the fluids, minerals, and energy of Gatorade.
On behalf of LHSAA and Gatorade, we'd like to welcome you to the 12th Annual Superdome Classic. We do have several door prizes to be given away tonight. These numbers are found on your program, back of your program, so be sure and check your program for these numbers. Our first prize we have is a Wilson NFL football. That number is 5689, 5689. The second prize is an LHSAA football. That winning number is 5231. The third prize is a Gatorade bag. Winning number is 1875, 1875. Fourth prize is 2 Saints tickets with the Buffalo Bills. That number is 2854, 2854. Fifth prize is a Gatorade water bottle. That winning number is 1256, 1256. And the last prize is a Gatorade towel. That number is 1348, 1348. Anyone having these winning numbers, please come to Pordris Entrance, Gate A, ground level, at the end of the third quarter to claim your prizes. Thank you.
And don't forget, you can order your video copy of tonight's game by contacting the principal's office of the participating teams. You can call the LHSAA office. It's at 504-925-0100, or you can mail in the video form found in your official souvenir program.
welcome back. Ready to kick off the second half of play here, the AA state championship game. The Coushatta Choctaws on top by 7. It's the Choctaws 7, the Choctaws 14, the Greyhounds 7. Some statistics we might want to look at. There we go. First downs, Coushatta had 8, Welsh had 5. The rushing was 17 for 61 for the Choctaws and 21 of 82 for 82 for the
Welsh Greyhounds.
Greyhounds, thank you. Can't tell my Choctaws from my Greyhounds here.
The key here is the passing yardage, where we have Coushatta with 98 yards, probably most of those right at the end of the game, and Welsh a mere 17.
Yeah, the Choctaws, as far as passing goes, 13 passes, 4 catches, and 1 interception.
But conversely, you're looking at Welsh with 4 attempts and 1 completion.
Total offensive yards for Coushatta, 159. Welsh had 99. But they were pretty well even as far as time of possession.
Right. Once again, we were talking about the field position in the first half. If you notice, 28 yards returning for Coushatta and 47 for Welsh. That relays itself into field position, winning or losing as far as where you're going in the game.
Penalties. They're pretty even there, too.
Yeah. I've never seen it that close in the game, Jim.
Choctaws, 3 penalties for 27 yards, and Welsh, 3 penalties for 24 yards. And again, as I was talking about time of possession, only about a minute between the two. It was 12:31 for Coushatta and 11:29 for Welsh. And here comes
the
Welsh back on the field. I don't know about you, Paul, but I thought this was going to be one whale of a defensive battle. It looks like an SEC game.
It started out with that kind of image that when they set the tone of the plays, it looked like it was going to be a defensive battle. But with the onset of the beginning of the second quarter, it looked like the game totally changed, and it changed over to an offensive move. I guess the coaching staffs had felt each other out, got a hold on what they wanted to do. It looked like more of a spread them out type of second quarter. In the first quarter, they were pretty well bunched in.
Well, again, this is Jim Clark along with Paul Lanou, live from the Louisiana Superdome in the AA state championship game.
A few more statistics, Jim. Looking at Coushatta coming in the first half, it looks like Wilson with 1 reception for 44 yards, and then McDonald that big catch right before the end of the game for 32 yards. Those 2 big pass plays turned around to 2 touchdowns. Wilson caught the one right here. It was the first score of the game. And then when McDonald caught the one with about a minute to go in the game, set up their touchdown where the quarterback scrambled and went in.
So the teams are coming out of the field now to get ready to kick off the second half of play. And it's the privilege of Diamond Vision here on the Louisiana Superdome to bring you this game. Under the direction of Mike Breaux, executive producer Wayne Griffith. And I tell you what, it's great to see the turnout for this game. There's a picture of the dome.
If the building wasn't such an immense structure, the crowd would look bigger. I mean, they have quite a few people here for both sides tonight, and they do have a lot of motion coming out for their teams. This is for the state championship.
I don't know if some of the people viewing this game know it or not, but they have the seats colored differently. Each one is colored differently, so when there is not a big crowd in the stadium, the seats do look full. And on that last shot that you just saw of the Superdome, you can see how that comes into play.
A little confusion here for the...
See, there's how the seats are colored differently, so it does look like someone's sitting in them. And when Tulane plays here, they double color the seats.
Jim, a little confusion on the second half kickoff here. We're quite sure who kicked off and which way they were going. They've changed twice, but it looks like we've got it rated down where Welsh will receive, the Welsh Greyhounds will receive the ball. And this is an important series for them, Jim. Down by 7 points after the way they played in the first quarter. Very close defensively and losing field position like they did, to come back and really play well in the second quarter and let down right at the end to be behind.
And I do hope the officials have the right hats on this time. And there's the kick.
Low kick.
And it's going to go into the end zone. And so the Welsh Greyhounds will have the ball first down and 10 on their own 20-yard line to kick off the second half of play here in the AA State Championship title game. So what should we look for here in the second half, you think, Paul?
What I believe is Coushatta's not going to change too much. Their defense has kept them in the game. They've not given up the big play, and I think they're going to stick with what they're doing. What Welsh needs to do here on offense is look for a big play. They need to get positive territory and get another score on the board because they're behind right now.
All right, the quarterback again is number 11, Shane Jackson. He's under center. And the give was to number 31, Clifton Rubin.
The fullback is the first option on the triple option, and that time Jonathan McDonald, number 44, the linebacker for Coushatta, did a good job of stepping up and taking him on.
Gain of about 4 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 6. Ball on the 24-yard line of the Greyhounds.
Once again, full backfield for Welch.
To give that time is to Gilbert Ashan, number 20.
That time, Jim, it looked like they went with the old Notre Dame box. Behind the two backs up there, with Ashan was behind the quarterback, like the fullback position. Gave it to him, and it was a good job of reading by number 5, Corey McCray, who went off the field limping in the first half, but it looks like he's all right on that play. Stepped up and did a fine job of reading it.
Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be third down and 2 to go. They have to get just over the 30-yard line for a first down.
6-man line for Coushatta. Option.
Jackson on the keeper. He's got the first down and then some. Up to about the 49-yard line where he's run out of bounds. And there's flags all over the sidelines.
Jim, if it hadn't been for Harry Gary on that play with a one-arm grab at the sidelines, it looks like that one could have put it. We could have been looking at a 70-yard touchdown on that keeper.
Face mask called against the Choctaws. So they're going to get the first down and then some.
Well, with a play like that, you have to grab anything you can to keep from giving up the touchdown. I guess one of the players caught hold of the face mask that time.
Here's a look at it again. As you can see, the keeper by Jackson. Along the far side. Right there, he's got the first down. And there you see the face mask.
Harry
then
Gary
he grabs his shirt and just throws him out. So it'll be first down and 10. And the Greyhounds are in Choctaw territory. They'll have the ball on the Choctaw 46-yard line. Jackson keeps, goes up this middle to about the 41-yard line.
That's the man, linebacker Jonathan McDonald in the middle. He must make a slew of tackles tonight. He really does read that option in the middle. When the quarterback keeps it or the fullback gets the ball, he's on top of all of them. Defensive signal caller for the Choctaws. He really has to rally his team now because the Greyhounds have a really good drive going here.
Gain of about 5 on the last play. It'll be second down and 5 for the Greyhounds.
Here's your Notre Dame box again.
The give again is to Shane.
Clementine Logan with the tackle on the end that time.
And
looks like they overloading the linebackers, Jim, but they're still not making the tackle. They're doing a good job of offsetting where the backs are, but they're still finding running room over there and getting some yardage on it. This is the kind of drive that the Greyhounds needed to start the second half to get back in the game.
And they have come alive. It's first down for the Greyhounds on the Choctaws' 35-yard line.
Notre Dame box the other way now.
9:32 remaining in the third quarter. The give is to number 24, Jonathan Wilson.
And that time the nose guard for the Choctaw, Brian Nash, did a good job of breaking free, but just couldn't bring the back down in the backfield.
Gain of about 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6.
Once again, they're using that Notre Dame box look, and they went weak with it. They've been going strong to the tight end. This time they went to the split end side. Now there's 2 tight ends in the game and full house backfield. Oh.
Run right up the middle to give that time was, I can't even get a number on him, number 20, Gilbert O'Shane again.
Shane, and we really couldn't tell who made the tackle that time for Coushatta. It was just a mix in the middle, and it looked like the momentum has gone to the Greyhounds, and they did a fine job of moving Coushatta back in the middle. They have to tighten up here because this is the deepest penetration they've done in the game.
The Greyhounds are on the move. 1st down and 10 from the 25 of the Choctaws. Give that time to number 24, Jonathan Wilson.
And was he met that time by Horsey Collins right in the middle. He read the play, stepped around the block, and got in the backfield for looks like only a yard or 2.
Gain of about 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8. 8 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter here as the Greyhounds are moving briskly down the field.
This is a good drive, Jim.
O'Shane, the ball carrier again, finds a hole, makes his way up to about the 16-yard line.
Talk about Corey McCray.
So they're about a yard short of a 1st down. Here's a look at it again. Are we going to get a look at it? Nope. They're going to call a play before we get a chance to take another look at it. O'Shane, the ball carrier again. Excuse me, number 24, Jonathan Wilson.
That time, Jim, they used the first option. They brought the fullback away and brought the near side halfback and gave him the ball. With O'Shane coming to out the sideline, it looks like the defense all ran out, looking for the pitch outside of the quarterback carrying.
So another 1st down for the Greyhounds.
McDonald on the tackle that time.
Ball's on the 11-yard line. They need to get to the 1 for another 1st down.
Power backfield.
Again, the ball carrier, number 24, Jonathan Wilson.
And Corey McCray on the tackle from his strong safety linebacker look.
That was O'Shane was the ball carrier that time. There's a man down in the field. It looks like number 24, Wilson. Here's a look at it again. The running back, number 24, Wilson. They're attending to him now.
Training staff for the Greyhounds out on the field. He was not the ball carrier that time, Jim. He was blocking back inside and carried the ball in the previous play.
Would you act like this at a high school game? If you were the only fan in the stands,
Way to play. That's beautiful.
next time, pretend you are.
All right. Jonathan Wilson making it off to the sidelines under his own power. He looks fine. Probably a little wind knocked out of him or something, but he looks like he's fine now, and he'll have to go out for 1 play.
Well, they looked at his knee. It could have been a cramp or anything, you know. This far in the game and this much excitement playing for the state championship, and they do have a good drive going here.
That's right. 2nd down and 9. Ball on the 10-yard line. The Greyhounds in control, keeping the drive alive. Gilbert O'Shea, the ball carrier again. He gets nowhere. He gets up to the line of scrimmage and just knocked for a loss.
That time, Clyde Wilson filled the hole once again. The backside linebacker away from where they run in the ball is not getting blocked. That time it was Clyde Wilson. Before it was McCray.
Here's a look at it again. There it is. Just he found nowhere. Just hit the wall, as they say.
Donald did a good job also on that play.
So far, the Greyhounds have had the ball this whole 3rd quarter. The Choctaws have yet to have the ball at all.
Balanced line, Jim.
Gilbert O'Shea, and again, the ball carrier up to about the 4-yard line.
That time, the Greyhounds went unbalanced line left and went strong formation left. And Coushatta had a 6-man line and overshifted their linebackers to pick it up. We have 4th down.
4th down and 4. Ball on the 5-yard line.
They're going for it.
Hate to see him blow it now.
This is such a good drive right now. Coushatta 6-man defense. The linebackers have moved way up close to try to stop them. They have to get to the 1-yard line for a 1st down.
The fans on both sides of the field on their feet. It's the keeper by Jackson. Jackson, he's in for a touchdown.
What a play. What a play. Single effort. He kept it on the keeper. Coushatta looked like they had it stopped. They had all the yellow jerseys who were over there trying to make the tackle, but he did a good job of squeaking through, find a hole, and got in for the score.
I was ready to call for, at least he made the 1st down, but then he had last bit of energy, and he gets it into the end zone.
That's for the state championship, Jim. Here's your replay.
Here it is again. Notice the great extra effort. There's 1, 2. There's the kick. It's up. It's good. We have ourselves a tie ball game with 4:41 remaining in the 3rd quarter. It's the Welsh Greyhounds 14.
Flag on the play.
Hold on.
Illegal procedure on the Greyhounds.
Play.
Referee called legal procedure. He's talking to Coushatta captain.
Who's he going to call? Who's the call on?
That'd be number 7, Harry Gary.
Illegal procedure called against the Greyhounds. So they're going to have to kick it again.
They're going to kick it over. This is still an important extra point. We have to have a winner tonight because it's for the state championship.
Jared Lejeune is doing the honors for the Greyhounds. There's the step. Oh, no. Over his head is a pass. They tried for 2. Whoa. Well, looks like they're not. I couldn't tell if that was a fake or not.
No, that was a fake. He snapped it right to the kicker, or else it would have gone over his head.
Now, with 4:41 remaining in the 3rd quarter, it's Welsh 1 point behind.
Should your copier ever go down, remember, there's one part that never stops working. This one. It guarantees service under any condition. For more in-depth information, call Linear at 1-800-852-2679.
Here's a look at the extra point. Now you make the call.
Fake all the way.
It is a fake.
Had his hands up ready for the snap. Once again, McDonald and number 10, Tracy Ashley, were over there to make the play.
So as we
That's
said,
a costly extra point, Jim, because if it's 14-14, we're talking overtime.
Still a lot of time, though. We got 4:41 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Coushatta on top by 1, 14-13 over Welsh. Here at the big dance, the AA state championship.
Coushatta fans are doing the tomahawk.
And the ball will go into the end zone. And so the Coushatta Choctaws will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Jim, impressive drive to start the game. Like we said they had to do. They had to take the momentum, right out after halftime. What they've done is they got all the way down, scored when they needed it, a big play by their quarterback, and then the extra point, the penalty on it. They had to tie it up game. Points came off with the penalty, and then they tried for the big play to go ahead, try to win the state championship, and it let them down.
Welsh had the ball for 7 minutes and 11 seconds in the third quarter, just 8 up the clock. So finally, Coushatta gets the chance added right now. The handoff is to number 35, Clyde Wilson. Wilson makes his way up to the 31-yard line.
Tackle on that play by number 45, Brian Lequette, and number 83, Chris Peterson. We've been saying those two names quite a bit tonight when they've been going with the misdirection plays, trying to get a little bit more motion in the game. They have to come back now, take the momentum away from the Greyhounds.
So it's first down and 10. Ball on the 30. The Choctaws 1 point ahead. See what they can do with the ball here in the third quarter. The give again is to Wilson. Gain of about 4 yards for Wilson. Up to about the 34.
What Welsh is doing here, Jim, is they're doing a variation. They're coming with an even 6-man line, and then they're coming with a odd look with someone over the center and putting a player to the wide side of the extra 6-man lineman, the extra lineman to the wide side of the field, trying to stop any kind of power plays to the wide side of the field. And it looks like Coushatta's been attacking back to the short side of the field.
Harry Gary, number 7, is the quarterback. Again, the give is to Wilson, to the 40, the 45, knocked down at about the 46-yard line. Another first down for the Choctaws.
Good job. They ran the trap back to the weak side, the short side of the field where they had fewer players. And that time, if it hadn't been for Shane Jackson, the quarterback playing defensive back, we would have had a big play. As you see on the replay, Shane Jackson there, the only player to keep away from a touchdown.
So now the Choctaws on the move. First down and 10. Ball on the 46. The give again is to Wilson. Wilson up to about the 50-yard line.
First back through in fullback position that time. Brought down by the middle. Looked like it was number 32 on the tackle, Jason Benoit.
They're going to mark the ball just between the 49 and 50-yard line. Second down and 7. I tell you that 1 point could come into play here later in the game. Back to pass is Gary. Plenty of time. He's got to rush. He's got to rush. He gets the ball away to number 44.
McDonald. Oh, and what a play.
Jonathan McDonald.
Chris Peterson, the defensive end. What a play coming up on McDonald.
So a play that could have been almost disastrous.
Here's the replay. Watch the rush. Running him out. Pretty good rush on the quarterback. Gets it off. McDonald makes the catch. And there's Mr. Peterson.
Did anybody get the number of those trucks?
Turn him right around, Jim.
So it'll be third down and 2. Ball on the 46-yard line. There's the give again to Wilson.
Ooh, let's see the spot.
Looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's see where they mark it, though.
Number 33, Gabriel Levi for Welsh, just wasn't big enough to stop him on that play.
First down. They're going to give it to him. First down for the Choctaws.
Coushatta fans are starting to tomahawk again.
There'll probably be some Indian rights movement outside the dome at the end of the game, protesting the tomahawk chop.
The Choctaws are the Indians.
That's right. Well, now they've started a wave.
Johnson Wilson on the tackle that time. Good job of knifing through. 1 yard gain.
Corey McCray carried the ball. It'll be, as Paul said, a 1 yard gain. It'll be second down and 9.
Lequette played it from the inside and Wilson from the outside. Give them a 1-yard game. They need to stiffen up right here. This has been a good drive by
50 seconds remaining. Give that time again is to McCray. Carries it up just over the 40-yard line to about the 39.
Tackle by Shelby Celestine, who quickly goes out of the game. It's replaced by Clifton Rubin again.
So 3rd down, we'll call it 6. As the clock is ticking down, 10 seconds remaining. Let's see if they'll get this play off.
Get this play off.
Looks like he's waiting for the clock to wind down. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. The Coushatta Choctaws 14, the Welsh Greyhounds 13. And we'll be back right after this. All right, we're back here to start the 4th and final quarter in the AA State Championship. 1 point divides these two teams, Coushatta 14 and Welsh 13. And I don't know about you, Paul, but the whole story of that last quarter, the 3rd quarter, was ball control.
Yeah, Welsh, like I said, had to come out and establish a trend, take momentum away that the Choctaws got right before halftime with that last score to go ahead. They got the ball, drove the length of the field, got the touchdown they needed, and a little bit missed taking a chance on the extra point. They're behind right now.
So Coushatta now in control of the ball. As we said, Welsh had the ball for 7 minutes and 10 seconds. And when Coushatta got it back, they haven't given it up. Oh, a near interception. The intended receiver was number 23, Jerry Guy.
And that time, Jonathan Wilson, back in his hook, almost picked that one off. Had he gotten both hands up there, 5'6" linebacker would have got it pick off that his team needed to stop this drive.
So it brings up a 4th down and 6 situation for the Choctaws.
Once again, Jim, when you go for 2, you're trying to win the game. I mean, you're trying to make a positive thing and win the game. When it goes wrong, everybody's going to second guess you and say, oh, why didn't you go for the tie and go for the playoff?
Back to pass is Gary. Looks for a receiver, finds one. The number 44, Jonathan McDonald, and a big 1st down play.
Brandon Leggett that time trying to put pressure from the outside, but a little bit too late. Choctaws got the ball off, made a big play with it. Keep the drive alive. Toast just inbounds by McDonald. That'd have been a catch in the pros too, Jim.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Choctaws. The ball will be on the 27-yard line of the Greyhounds. 11:48 remaining in this game. And the give again is to number 35, Clyde Wilson. Wilson gets loose, loses his footing. But not before he picked up the 1st down.
Jim, it looks like for Coushatta, Corey McCray and McDonald, good blocks there, leave it all hooked off, and it gives him an outside angle. If he can keep his feet. 2 good blocks by McRae and McDonald on the outside that time for the Choctaws.
So it's 1st down again for the Choctaws on the 14-yard line of the Greyhounds. Again, the give is to Wilson. Wilson makes his way up to about the 7-yard line.
Right up the middle. It's the 3rd back through that time. and everybody looked like he was going outside. All the linebackers for Welsh and all filled the hole off tackle that had been there. But that time he broke back in over the center, and he had a good play going.
Gain of 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3. They need to get just past the 4-yard line, about the 4.5-yard line.
Welsh players
for a first down.
Trying to taunt the fans on to help them.
These Choctaw fans are on their feet. They're not a lot of them, but they're mighty.
Quarterback keep.
All right, Carey has the ball on the keeper to the 5 and 4. Touchdown!
Shane Jackson, the quarterback, playing defensive back that time, was the last man who had a shot at him and just couldn't get him before he got to the end zone.
Number 7, the quarterback, Harry Gary.
That was quarterback on quarterback that time.
Just squeaks inside. Here's a look at it again.
And he turns, speed's the answer. Outruns everybody to the corner. One man has a shot at him. Shane Jackson, the quarterback for Welsh.
And just goes into the corner of the end zone. So now what will the Choctaws do? They're going to go for 2.
Go for 2. 2 split ends in the game.
Back to pass is Gary. And he goes down. A great rush there, but he never touched him.
Number 31, Clifton Rubin, came in late. It seems like...
So 10:31 remaining in the 4th quarter. It's the Choctaws 20, the Greyhounds 13. We'll be right back.
You moron!
Fanatic.
You stink! Yeah, 41, you stink! Ref, you're an idiot! Boo! Boo! Kid, you're a moron!
Fan.
Defense, out of way. They're looking good. Teamwork. Take a shot. Yeah!
Be a fan, not a fanatic.
So the Coushatta Choctaws 20 and the Welsh Greyhounds 13 with 10:31 remaining in the AA state championship game here at the Louisiana Superdome. Jim Clark along with Paul Lanou bringing you the play-by-play action.
Jim, it looks pretty quiet across the field right now.
It sure does.
Great.
That try for 2 may come back to haunt the Greyhounds here.
Well, this drive we'll find out.
Oh, he drops the ball. He picks it up again. And carries it up. Fumble on the field.
I think the Choctaws have it, Jim.
Let's see what's going to happen.
Scramble on the ground. The officials are trying to find out.
Oh, the Choctaws have it. Number 20, Gilbert O'Shane, was the one that fumbled the ball.
Let's see on the replay, see if we can pick up who hit him.
He dropped the initial kick, picked it back up, ran with it, got hit hard, and it shot loose again.
See if we can pick up who made the hit on him. Number 40.
Oh, they just sandwiched him.
Number 25.
Made him drop the ball.
Mandrell Jones, number 25, looked like came in from the side, knocked the ball loose, but number 50 got it. Shelton Harville.
So the Choctaws again, there's Gary. Gary on the keeper to the 30, up to about the 27-yard line.
Corey Mitchell on the tackle that time, along with number 40, linebacker Guillory. All the inside plays they've run have paid off. Now they can run the quarterback sweeps on the outside.
Gain of about 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5. Ball located at the 28-yard line of the Greyhounds. The Choctaws in control. 9:43 remaining in this game. The give is to Wilson. Wilson powers his way up. He almost broke it loose. Whoa. Up to the 18-yard line.
Last-minute grab by number 32, Jason Benoit. Saved a touchdown that time.
They're going to place the ball at the 17-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Choctaws.
Here's the replay, Jim. Number 20, Shane, Mr. Everything for Welsh, came in and tripped him up initially.
So far, there's the hero for the Choctaws, Mr. Wilson. Jackson with the keeper again. Finds the hole up to the 7-yard line.
Good job by Jonathan Wilson of turning him inside that time.
Correction, it's the 12-yard line.
Here's the replay, Jim. Turns and tries to get to the outside. Linebacker Phil's inside there and forces him inside. Number 45 made the tackle, Breland Lequette.
Well, in the second half, it took the Choctaws a long time to get the ball, but once they finally did, they're not giving it up very easily.
That fumble really was costly.
Harry Gary, the quarterback. They give again to Wilson.
Oh, nothing
Wilson
that
makes
time.
His way up to about the 10-yard line.
He was met at the line of scrimmage that time by number 52, Clay Gosseldorf.
Third down and about 3 now. They need to get to the 7-yard line for the first down. Just under 8 minutes remaining in this game. In a few minutes' time will become a factor against the Greyhounds. Gary's back to pass again. He can't find a receiver. He's going to hold on to it. He's up to about the 7-yard line.
Oh!
Flags go flying all over the place.
Late flags there. Looks like Welsh, one of the players in anguish trying to keep him from scoring, got there a little bit further out of bounds. Let's watch the replay here.
Here's a look at the replay. As you can see, couldn't find a receiver, just decides to keep it. And again,
number 31, Rubin, I think, is the one that got the flag.
A late hit by number 31.
Corey Mitchell had the tackle. Clifton Rubin really has played a good game for the Greyhounds today.
Unnecessary roughness called against Welsh. Here's a look at the hit again, the late hit. He was definitely out of bounds when that late hit came.
Clearly out of bounds on that one. That's too bad.
So they'll move the ball half the distance to the goal line. Timeout is called by Choctaw. So with 7:25 remaining in the fourth quarter, it's the Choctaws of Coushatta 20, the Welsh Greyhounds 13.
If both coaches get their teams on the sideline, we're going together here. It looks like a rally call by the Greyhounds on the side to keep the score from getting any worse and out of hand and not giving them a chance of getting back into the game. Whereas the Choctaws over here on this side, their coach has them all together and looks like they're trying to see what kind of job they can do in getting into the end zone again.
So when we resume play, it'll be first down and 10. The ball will be spotted just at the 4-yard line.
Seven minutes and 25 seconds away from the AA state championship. What do you think's been the tone of the game here, Jim?
Pardon me, I didn't hear what you said, Paul.
I said it looks like the second half, the offense that Coushatta has come up with has made a difference in the game.
Well, as I said, look for a minute like Welsh was just going to run away with it. They kept the ball for 7 minutes and 10 seconds, and then the Choctaws got a hold of it and have not relinquished it at all. So here we go. Harry Carey. They give us the number 30. Wilson carries it in for a touchdown.
He ran off his big left guard. That's number 60, Leroy Henderson. And he just opened it up, and it was 6 points.
So So the Choctaws go on top by 9. Coushatta Choctaws 26. The Welsh Greyhounds 13.
Coushatta sideline really whooping it up now. It looks like they're ready.
Here's a good look at the touchdown. A beautiful run by Wilson.
Fine job of getting in the end zone.
So they'll line up for the extra point.
That was just a quick opening play, and he went right into the end zone.
I don't think we've seen the Choctaws kick a field goal yet in this game.
No, they've gone for it. There's a pass. He's on the outside. What a catch!
Touchdown.
McDonald again. Boy, has he made the big plays for Coushatta today.
Jonathan McDonald, the receiver. And so finally, going for 2 pays off.
Andre Lee, the big tackle, through the block to clear the quarterback. Hey, McDonald whooping it up in the end zone. They're ready to bring on the trophy.
So 7:22 remaining in this game. It's the Coushatta Choctaws 28, the Welsh Greyhounds 13. We'll be right back.
It's New Orleans tradition, good food and fun.
We're going to the races, everybody come on.
To the New Orleans Fairgrounds, it's the winning place to be.
Come pass a good time with your family and friends. The party never ends.
Hey, y'all gotta come, you hear?
The New Orleans Fairgrounds.
And all that jazz.
And we're back here at the Louisiana Superdome, and the celebration has begun. Just below us is the Coushatta Choctaws.
Here's a replay, Jim. He rolls. The last second pulls up. McDonald in the end zone. Another big play for his team.
There's the kick. Ball is taken by number 24.
He's got a hole.
Jonathan Wilson. And a great run back up to the 44-yard line for the Greyhounds. Number 24, Jonathan Wilson, the ball carrier.
It looked like for a moment there he had a hole, but the kicker filled it, did his job. Here's the replay, Jim. Broken into the middle of the field, and there's the kicker. Big hit on him. We have timeout by Welsh.
15-point deficit here. They got their work cut out for them in the 7 minutes and 16 seconds left. Coach Dutton Wall looking to put some tricks out of his magic bag, try to keep this Greyhound team in this ball game.
Got the timeouts. You need to use them now while you still have some time on the clock. Try to rally his troop for a couple of quick scores and see if he can win this game.
One thing he's got to tell his players is to calm down. Don't do anything stupid. Hold on to that ball and don't fumble, because they have to keep control of this game.
Once again,
here's a look at the touchdown again.
In doubt, McDonald, both feet down, just like you draw it up on the chalkboard.
That's it. That's it.
Greyhounds at the line now. Let's see what that timeout has done for them.
And there's Danny Talamo with another of his beauty shots. Cameraman Danny Talamo. All right. Shane Jackson in control again, number 11. The give is to number 20, Gilbert O'Shane. O'Shane carries the ball up to about the 46-yard line.
And Corey McCray once again on the outside. It looks like anytime they break to the outside, McCray's there and doing his job.
Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be second down and 8. Excuse me, second down and 7.
As time ticks off the clock.
Clock still running. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining.
At the line.
Jackson back to pass. And let's see what they're going to call it.
Reception? Yes.
It's a complete pass to number 45, Brian LeCelt.
Once again, this time, coming time, Logan did a fine job of hitting the quarterback right as he threw the ball.
I wasn't sure if he
replay on the catch.
I wasn't sure if he trapped that ball or not. Let's see here.
See his hands.
No, he caught it. He caught it.
Off the ground. Good catch.
That's why
we're back at the line now.
First down. Ball on the 39-yard line of the Choctaws. The Greyhounds in control.
Reverse.
There's a reverse and a pass. The pass is up in the air and is caught by number 20, Gilbert Ashane.
Okay, Ed Taylor blocked the pass on the reverse, but it was still caught by Ashane.
A reverse, a pass. The pass goes way up in the air.
Blocked. And Ashane, being a heads-up player that he has been for Welsh all year, catches the ball and saves his team.
When the ball goes up like that, it's anybody's guess. Here's a look at it again.
Ed Taylor right in the face, bats the ball. So the receiver was wide open down the field.
Second down and 2. Ball on the 32-yard line. Back to pass is Jackson. Finds a receiver. Number 24, Jonathan Wilson. And what was once a quiet sideline for the Greyhounds has come to life.
And that was McDonald on the tackle that time.
Jackson back to pass again. Has plenty of time. Finds his man, number 12, Cody Mitchell.
Good tackle by Tracy Ashley out there to keep him from getting in the end zone. Time is still in essence here.
So it'll be second down at about 6. No, we'll call it 7. Ball on the 7-yard line.
Here's the replay. Pumps right, comes back to the left. Good tackle. Needs to keep that head up there, Jim.
Ashane in motion. The give this time is to number 31.
Touchdown!
Touchdown by number 31, Clifton Rubin, just inside.
Went a sweep left. 2 good blocks on the outside. One by number 31, Clifton Rubin. Coushatta was playing the defense to the wide side of the field that way, looking for a deep pass, and they ran the sweep to the weak side. He made a good job of getting into the end zone right at the flag. Here's the replay.
And you can bet they're going to go for 2 on this one.
Nice play there. He just touched down inside the flag to give him the touchdown.
So the Greyhounds will go for 2. They need 2. Jackson to pass. Oh! Was aiming for number 13. Brandon Fontenot. Fontenot couldn't keep his hands on it.
22, Benji Williams did a good job of tapping it away right at the end.
So with 4:28 remaining, we now have a 9-point deficit. The Coushatta Choctaws 28, the Welsh Greyhounds 19.
Here's the replay. He rolls out to his right. There's this man in the end zone.
He could hear footsteps.
I think he could have run that one in, Jim.
He could have. So the Greyhounds come right back and answer. Now, had they gotten that 2-point conversion, they would have had to score again and gone for another 2-point conversion to win the game.
Right.
Or then, who knows, you could play for the tie and go into overtime.
Have the overtime there as a playoff in this game because we need to crown a champion tonight. At any rate, it's been a game of 2-pointers. I don't think we've seen many kick attempts for extra points tonight. The one they did line up for, Welsh fake down there.
So what do you do here? Do you go for an onside kick?
I think you have to, Jim. With under 5 minutes to go in the game, you have to get the ball back twice. You have to go, take a shot at getting it.
Let's see if it pays off. Let's see what they're going to do.
This is the whole season on the line here.
Nope. They're going to put it way back. Ball is taken by number 5, Corey McRae. McRae to the 25, up to about the 29-yard line where he's brought down. So I guess I called it wrong. I thought an onside kick, but then again, that's why I'm up here and they're down there.
Well, you never can second guess Coach Jim. He knows he's practiced these players probably back since August. Several of them maybe for 3-4 years, so he knows what they can do, and I guess he's trying to take the best chance he can by his team.
Now there was a flag on the play. Initial indication is against the Choctaws. So maybe that's the thinking of the Welsh coach, is to get it back there, keep him back there, get the ball, get good field position, and get a good drive again. But then again, you don't have much time to play with here. 4:22.
Looks like they're going to kick it over, Jim.
They're going to kick it over.
Boy, now would be the time to go for the onside.
For an onside now? Well, let's see. Dutton Wall, Coach Dutton Wall has called his Greyhounds over to the sidelines. See what they're going to do. There's a look at the beautiful Louisiana Superdome.
We're in the fourth quarter here of AA state championship, and there's a lot of different options yet. But Welsh Greyhounds kicking over again. Looks like Coushatta is playing for the onside kick this time, Jim.
Yes, they are. You got one man back. That man is Corey McRae.
He is lining it up.
They're going for the onside because he's not.
And the 7-4, Jarrett Lejeune has got it aimed for an onside kick.
That's exactly what they've done. But to no avail. Number 35.
Clyde Wilson.
Wilson was
Coushatta
there.
did a good job of fielding the ball and getting down.
And so the gamble does not pay off for the Greyhounds. And the Choctaws will take over 1st and 10 on their own 47-yard line. Here's a look at the kick.
Just doesn't get high enough or hard enough. Wilson takes an eat on it. Watches it all the way in and gets down on the ground so nobody can knock it loose.
The ball didn't even go the 10 yards.
Doesn't matter. It only matters on the reception of that. The receiving team can catch it before it goes 10 yards.
I know, but they couldn't have caught it anyway.
Right.
It wouldn't, so it didn't go the full 10 yards. There's the handoff again to Wilson. Wilson makes his way up into Welsh territory to about the 49-yard line.
The receiving team can catch the ball like that, Jim. It's the kicking team. In an effort to recover it, the ball has to go 10 yards.
Correct.
Or it touched by a receiving player. Now, had he touched that and the ball broken loose, then Welsh could have gotten the ball and had a chance to go for the touchdown.
I'm glad you cleared that up for me.
well, Jim, being from Michigan, you probably don't know the rules that well.
Football 101 is taught by Paul Ladue here at the Superdome.
Just grinding the ball out now.
Again, they give us to Wilson.
They're ready for the party to start.
Running down the clock. So it'll be 3rd down and 2. .312 remaining. And it's all but academic now.
A little bit of confusion in the substitution that time.
Timeout being called by the Choctaws, which is something they didn't need to do.
Well, you're never quite sure. If you change something like that, there's a little confusion.
With 3 minutes remaining in this ball game, we have a timeout.
Jim, Harry Gary for Coushatta really has done a good job in the second, especially in his second half and his fourth quarter, mostly controlling his team's offense and dictating what Welsh can do on defense. He's done a couple of runs. He's thrown a couple of passes to McDonald, and I believe it was Taylor caught the other one on the inside. He's done a real good job of dictating what happens in the game.
So we're ready to finish up this AA state championship game. Three minutes remaining. And I think the Choctaws just want to grind it out and go home and celebrate.
Take that trophy home.
Yeah, the ball is given to Wilson. Wilson goes right up the middle.
Third, about 2.5.
Gain of about a yard on the play. Timeout being called. This time the timeout is being called by the Greyhounds. So both teams will have one timeout remaining with 2:52 left in this very well played ball game. You know, that's one thing. Both teams worked very hard to get this far, and you know, they both have done just an excellent job here tonight.
It looks like the coaching staffs have done their homework, because both of them seem to know what they could do, what their players could do. You know, when you get this far, you have to know a lot of things right during the season. You have to have the players in the right place. It takes their time away. I mean, most of them are teachers also. They have assistants that just coach for free that help them. And you really have to give it, you know, to everybody that helps. I'm sure they have a backing team, you know, that raises funds for them for uniforms and things like that, barbecues and any kind of fundraiser. You really have to give the whole program a pat on the back when you get this far, you know, and you're going from.
You know, I live in Destrehan, which is just across the river from Hahnville, and to see the interest in my community on both sides of the river, over Hahnville playing in the championship tomorrow night, it just, you know, a lot of things have gone into that. And you know, though one game of the year, Destrehan doesn't like Hahnville, we all kind of come together and help one another out, and it's paying off for our community now.
Fourth down.
Again, Carey with a keeper to the 40. He is loose.
Broken through.
He's gone.
He's going all the way.
He's gone all the way. Touchdown.
Like I said, he has taken the game away from Welch by the big plays he made. And as soon as I said it, here he comes back and makes an even bigger one. Yeah, it looks like about 60 yards for the touchdown on that.
That's correct.
That was a big play for them there.
So do you think they'll go for two here?
Looks like they are.
Maybe they don't have a place kicker.
Maybe not.
Here's the low-level shot of it.
Level. Breaks through right there. One guy.
Once he got past that guy, he was gone.
Good job.
He looked back.
He looked back to see who was there.
He sure did.
Here we go for two again.
Let's see if they'll go. They give us the number 5, Corey McCray. He doesn't quite, he gets about a yard short of the conversion, but
he shakes his head looking at all his teammates, but they're still smiling, Jim.
That's right.
They're thinking about that trophy and that celebration afterwards.
That's right. With 2:43 remaining, it's the Coushatta Choctaws 34, the Welsh Greyhounds 19. And so the Greyhounds will get one last stab at it. But, you know, like I said, it's all but academics now. There's, like, no way you're going to score.
Well, touchdown right before halftime. And
that's right. They're going to have to score 3 times.
Well, what we're looking at here, Jim, is the big touchdown right before halftime to give them momentum. Welch coming out, going with what's been getting them there all year, taking the ball, bringing it all the way down there, missing the extra point, and maybe losing some momentum there. The Indians coming back and taking over the game. Harry Gary did a fine job of going with them all the way through the end of the game, and made some big plays for his team to win them the state championship.
There's the kick.
Squib kick, picked up by the short man.
Ball is taken
That's
by
number
number 31, Clifton Rubin.
That was Cliff Rubin. Well, what do you do if you're the Greyhounds here?
Pass. Try to get some points on the board and walk out of here with, you know, I hate to say a little more dignity, but because they played a very dignified ball game here today, they have nothing to be ashamed of. Heck, just to get this far is quite an accomplishment. But they'd like to see some more points up there.
11-13 is a good record coming into the state game. Just fourth quarter seemed to have let them down a little bit.
Jackson is back to pass. He's going to keep it. Can't find anybody to throw to.
Brought down by number 80, Ed Taylor. He really has stepped up his pass rushing in the fourth quarter. Pretty silent in the beginning of the game, watching most of the runs and kind of options and such. As we see the replay, Jim. Jackson turns and runs. Chased by number 80, Taylor. Number 65, Logan.
So a gain of about 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. The ball is right on the 45-yard line of the Greyhounds. There's the give to number 31, Clifton Rubin. Rubin's loose. He's up to about the 39-yard line into Choctaw territory.
Same play. They scored the touchdown on that time, Jim. Talk about Tracy Ashley right at the sideline. I think Ashley's telling the Welsh fans, look at the scoreboard.
You know, it's a credit to these Greyhounds. They just haven't said, oh, well, we lost and give up. They have not given up at all. In fact, they're fighting a little tougher than they were before. First down.
Trap.
The trap play, the keeper.
Quarterback
by Jackson up to about the 30-yard line. So a gain of about 8 on that play.
The clock's our enemy here, Jim. Coming up on a minute to go.
2nd down and 2. Clock is still ticking, as Paul said. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining.
So again, Coushatta safety man must be 25 yards deep, trying to make sure no big play comes out of this.
Shane Jackson at quarterback for the Greyhounds. Back to pass is Jackson, and the ball is batted down.
Batted down by number 80, Ed Taylor again, the man that batted it down before. He really has stepped up his pass rushing right here in the fourth quarter. Stops the clock.
52 seconds remaining, and the party will start in Coushatta, Louisiana. Have you ever been to Coushatta? Here's a look at it again. As you can see, the ball just batted down.
Taylor batted down, broke free. There's no man around him blocking him.
A great heads-up play by number 80, Ed Taylor.
Yes, Jim, I have been to Coushatta. I went through there one time to go hunting.
Back to pass again is Jackson. Almost nailed. There's a long pass. It is caught by number 24, Jonathan Gilson. And a touchdown for the Greyhounds.
Logan had him in his hands and didn't wrap him up. He took his chance, nothing to lose with time running out in the game. Threw the long pass down there, and it looked like Corey McCoy, who's been there all game, just missed the ball.
So now we have a 9-point ball game. 34-25.
There you see Logan missing.
What do you do here? Do you
Ball's in the air. He just stayed there and caught the ball.
Those two defensive men, what do you think they're thinking right now? We're both here. We could have had it.
Read the scoreboard. Going for 2, as we know.
There's the pitch
out
to Shane.
It's
and
there.
Shane takes it in for 2.
Well, let's count points again, Jim.
So now it's 34-27. Now, do you think we'll see an onside kick here?
I'm not going to say, Jim. Last time I said on the first one they had to have one and needed the ball as quick as possible, and they kicked it deep. The penalty brought them back, and they tried a onside kick and did not get it. I wonder if it's something in high school with the limited amount of practice time and all.
Here's looking for
touchdown.
again.
He hits the outside. Taylor can't get to him. Well executed play that time by Welsh. They have not given up.
No, they're not. But I'd speculate the onside kick here.
Well, a limited amount of time that you can have practicing now. I don't know if this is something that they work out that much. They have gone with a different formation. If you see all the players line up to the left side of the ball, see if the number's over there. We need a little bit better kick.
44 seconds remaining.
Lejeune again.
Coach Dutton-Wall, there you see him.
Lejeune again for the Greyhounds is going to give it a shot. He's got all his players to the left.
Here's the kick by Lejeune.
Number 12, Gabriel Smith, backup quarterback, fielded it cleanly for the Choctaws.
You know, we could ask him what it feels like to have the whole line on top of him.
Everybody got there in a hurry.
So the onside kick did not pay off for the Greyhounds. But what a great last effort by Welsh. They've played a marvelous game here. They have absolutely nothing.
Greyhounds didn't go 11-3 all season and not have the ability to come back in a game.
I'm sure they're going to be disappointed, but they played a fine game. They have nothing to be worried about, to be unsatisfied with. They're going for that ball, aren't they? Woo!
Greyhounds aren't stopping. They're going to play it to the last tick of the clock. That time, Coushatta has a safety man behind to make sure they don't give up a touchdown. He must be 30 yards behind his quarterback.
Timeout being called by the Greyhounds with 25 seconds remaining. 34-27, the Coushatta Choctaws.
At this point, your season's over when you're looking at 25 seconds on the clock.
Barring a major miracle, will take home the state championship trophy for Division 2A. I look down here on some of the fans from Coushatta, and they're grinning ear to ear.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the party's about ready to happen.
This will be their first state title. First state title. Neither team has won a state title.
I believe that's the last game there.
That's it.
Last play of the game there, Jim.
That's it. They can't stop the clock anymore. And the 1992.
Now both sidelines clapping their teams.
Division 2A state champions, the Coushatta Choctaws.
And the party begins.
Coushatta 34, the Welsh Greyhounds 27.
And Welsh fans giving their team a good cheer as well as Coushatta. It was a really good game. Shaking hands at the center of the field. A really well-fought game. The big difference in the game was the big plays right at the end. The second quarter and the fourth quarter that the Choctaws had a chance to put together, won them the state title. And I can tell you, Jim, for a guy that won the state championship his last game in high school, it's a game you'll always remember.
Good job, baby. Good job. Now you played where?
Brother Mark.
Oh. So what we're waiting here for is to kind of just let you listen and watch the celebration down on the field. And in just a moment, we will have the presentation of the runner-up trophy and the championship trophy.
AA state championship. Jim, hard to point out, they did it as being a runner-up in their district.
Yeah, and also, if you look, this is to show you what a great team the Greyhounds are. They were the wild card in their district. So both teams have overcome a lot of opposition to get here and have done well. And like I said, you know, it's too bad there's got to be a winner and loser in a game like this because both teams played excellent. You know, if it hadn't been for that one fumble, it could have been an all different ball game.
No doubt. If there's a turning point in the game, it was on that kickoff return. The fumble gave the ball right back to the Choctaws at a point when Welsh had a chance to make a move and get, you know, they had taken the ball, held it most of the third quarter, gotten a score, then it came right back and fumbled the ball back.
President of the LHSAA, AAA representative from
Choctaw
Port
came
Island
down
High
and scored,
School,
and then receiving the
Ronnie
kickoff with a
Beard.
chance to come back and change the game. Then
Class
they,
AA representative from Homer High School.
Now here comes the trophy.
Wayne Betts. Class 2A representative from South Cameron High School.
We're now going to go to the PA
Roy Underwood. The non-public school representative from Loyola High School, a Class 2A school. John Juneau, Class B school, Lagazine High School. Paul Walsworth, the vice president of the LHSAA, and a Class B representative from Quitman. C.J. Alexander, the president of the Louisiana High School Coaches Association. Charles Jenkins, representative from Gatorade, the official sponsor of the Superdome Classic. Glenn Taylor of Wilson Sporting Goods, the official game ball of the LHSAA Superdome Classic. And Phil Rutledge of Pizza Hut, the official sponsors of the state championship awards and the outstanding players. At this time, we'll have the presentation of the outstanding player from the runner-up team, picked by the working media. It goes to number 11, Shane Jackson of Welsh High School, presented by Phil Rutledge of Pizza Hut. It's a Pizza Hut outstanding player from the runner-up team. Now we have the presentation of the runner-up trophy, Class AA, to the Welsh Greyhounds, Principal Harry Kyle, Coach Dudden Wall, the 1992 Class AA runners-up, Welsh High School Greyhounds. At this time, Glenn Taylor of Wilson Sporting Goods will present the Wilson game ball to the head coach of the state championship team, Reginald Prelo, head coach of Coushatta High School. At this time, Phil Rutledge of Pizza Hut will present the Pizza Hut Outstanding Player Award to the state championship team. It goes to number 7, Harry Gary, quarterback. It's number 7, Harry Gary, the outstanding player, outstanding Pizza Hut player from Coushatta High School.